Hello, everyone. Welcome back, my divine family, people who are feeding their inner divinity. If you are new here, I am Sister Outspoken, transformational coach, spiritual advisor, and poetic lyricist. But you can catch some of that stuff over on the Life Outspoken TV channel. Over here, we are focused on holistic methods that help you move forward in your transformational journey. We put a lot of emphasis on how you may be affected by astrological transits and enhancing your spiritual practice. Okay? So today, without further ado, we'll be talking about a system of human design or the human design system. What is that? People keep asking me. So I had to make a video on it. What is that? Now, I know people know me more for always referencing more ancient systems of knowledge, ancient systems of spirituality and mysticism. And when you look up human design, it was first just published in 1992 by Ra Uru Hu. But it's effective, number one. Number two, it is a collaboration of ancient spiritual knowledge systems that just so happen to move effectively. How do I know that? Because I've been experimenting with human design. If you look up human design, you may see that is popularly referred to as an experiment, or initially it was, because Ra Uru Hu said it's an experiment. Try the experiment. You need experimentation for something to be considered a science. Through documented and observed experimentation, you create patterns, and those patterns is what makes something into a science. So now, in today's time, even though it's only been 20 something years, the human design system is being referred to more oftenly as a science and even a method of psychology. So, how does it help you? What is it, right? It is a system that shows you how your energy type moves through society, how you are a part of the grand collective, and different aspects of your individual design that make you unique, what your gifts are, what your challenges and your strengths are, and how you can best receive and experience the most out of your human experience by operating within your design. That's it. Staying within the better, higher parts of your energy and the strategy in utilizing your energy type and your authority, which we will talk about later and get even more depth in other videos to come. But today, let's just talk about the basics of what human design is. All right? So, how does human design accomplish that? Because it's a system made up of four other systems. You have astrology, which is a science and to some parts of the world considered a practice of divination. You have the I Ching, which is a Chinese ancient practice of divination. So this we get into esoterics and mystical systems and things of that nature. And what is divination? Divination is a form of receiving answers and predicting the future. Receiving answers from the spiritual realm and predicting the future. Okay. Astrology is more in the sense of predicting the future, whereas the I Ching is receiving answers to this from the spiritual realm. And a mystical system assisting you in doing so. So that's two. The third one is the seven chakra system, arose from India. And the fourth is is inspired by the Kabbalah tree of life and the 32 pathways. So in a second, we're going to bust all those down and then see how they collaborated together that form the human design system, which is not the same as those, even in the parts that it is inspired by, but it is very utilized within. Okay, so the first system we'll talk about is the chakra system. What is the chakra system? So, the chakra system arose in ancient India, and it's a word in the Sanskrit language, which is the ancient language within India, and it means will, or in some cases, it means mystical circle. It is an energetic center in the subtle body, meaning not the physical body. So, in the subtle energetic body, we have wheels turning in different parts of our body. It originally was came about or was seen within the Vedas, which is a sacred spiritual text that arose within and utilized within India that fuels the Hindu and yogi religions and spiritual practices. So, what is it? It's a seven-centered chakra system. Yes, we have smaller chakras within our hands and feet, but the primary system of this chakra center is seven-centered. Why do you look at a human design chart or a body graph and it has 9 centers? Okay. In the late 1700s, scientists and philosophers that deal with human consciousness and the development of human evolution says that we evolved in the late 1700s to 7-center to 9-center beings, right? That's the theory. So that's why another reason this is a part of an experiment, because a part of the experiment proves the theory correct or not. So, some 7-center to 9 centers. That's the first system. And I just want to point out that I have a high level of respect and regard for ancient methods within India and throughout Asia, because they were the first migrated people from Africa. When you look at their ancient statues and art and things of that nature, they were fresh from Africa. So when I think of looking for purists of the original people on earth, their holistic practices, spiritual practices, things of that nature for healing, I have no problem going to with India and Asia, in parts of Asia, I'm thinking China, but Japan as well, are producing. They are the leading in Eastern medicine and alternative methods. And that is because what they have documented is pure from the original people. It is the purest in connection to source. So I stand with that. Which takes us to the second system, which is the ancient Chinese method of divination called the I Ching. So, how does it work? There are 64 hexagrams. It works with hexagrams and lines. There are 64 hexagrams in the I Ching. Each hexagram has a theme to it. And then it has lines. It has the 1 through 6 lines on each hexagram. Each line has a feminine or masculine aspect to it and tells a story. It tells where you're at within that hexagram based on the line that your energy connects to. So that is how, at least that's how it connects within human design, right? So let's go on to the next system. So, number 3, we have the astrology system. What is astrology? Astrology is a form of esoteric knowledge that people utilize since ancient indigenous times within most of the cultures around the world to know what's coming and to move with the cosmos to have a more fruitful life. Rather, if it was utilized for farming, if it was utilized to see when it was most likely to be war, when it was time for healing and cleansing, just moving with the astrological energy, understanding the astronomy over time. Let me take it back. Astrology is the science of experimenting with astronomy and then seeing over time in patterns documented how the transits of the planets affect humanity and affect the earth. Some people still don't want to call it a science, but based on the basic definition of what a science is, it's proven to be that. So I do refer to it as a science, but it is esoteric knowledge. Okay? And something you can utilize in your life and mystical practices. So, how does it connect to human design? So just like with astrology, it utilizes your date of birth, it utilizes your time and place of birth. And then if you look at your body graph, you see planets on each side. It'll show you how your planets in your astrological chart affect you on a very focused in way in different aspects of you internally within your body graph. How it is affecting your energy self. Okay? Because with astrology, it talks about, your energy self, but just how you move through society in general, what you can expect to go throughout life. It's like your life map. That's what your astrology chart is. It's your life map. It'll show you your purpose, your career, your what moves you emotionally, your relationship style. It'll show you all of those things, right? But this is how all of those things affect you energetically and create your movement of being throughout life. Number 4 is the Kabbalah Tree of Life. What is that? So, the Kabbalah in the Kabbalah Tree of Life is an ancient Hebrew mystical system with mystical knowledge and wisdom on how to move through life. So, if you are familiar with the Kabbalah, you know that there are 32 pathways of mystical wisdom. So that the human design energy channels and pathways was inspired by the Kabbalah. And the Kabbalah Tree of Life and the 7 center chakra system is what inspires together the 9 center body graph you see in human design. Are we utilizing all of these pathways? And is it going on a different theory of centers and center amounts? Yes. Now let's talk about how these come together and you can utilize it in the most basic way to have an understanding and move forward in your uniqueness. So the uniqueness that this system creates shows you your aura type. There are 4 aura types, primary aura types. You have the manifestor, you have the generator, you have the reflector, you have the projector. And then you have the hybrid aura type it's not between the manifestor and the generator. It is another type of generator, which is the manifesting generator. Because it's not the manifestor, it is a generator. Okay? So it's really 5. So you have the 5 aura types. So learning your aura type, firstly, will help you know how to move and maneuver throughout society. All right? And then utilizing your strategy for that aura type, sticking to it no matter how hard it is. I'm going to quickly go over it. Like, for example, you have the manifestor, whose strategy is to inform. The projectors is to wait for the invite. The generator is to respond. Reflector is the moon cycle. They kind of have the hardest one. You have to be very into astrology as a reflector and so in control of yourself. Like your level of mastering godliness, it has to be on another level. But to master yourself puts you so in a level of godliness. So you have the aura types and you have the strategies for those aura types. And then you have working with your strategy is your authority. Your authority is the energy center to which you connect more with source, more heavily fuel energy, like you fuel energy from and receive energy to help you make decisions in life. It is your instinctive way to make the right decisions. And people have different types of authorities, which we'll talk about in another time. But that's an aspect of human design. And then you have the profiles and you have your incarnation crosses. Between your profile and your incarnation cross will show you your purpose. Your profile shows you your style and purpose and how you go about your purpose. And your incarnation cross will assist you in understanding your purpose or driven energy that you will have in life. Okay? So those are all the aspects that make up human design, made simply for you to understand. So peace and love to you all, and I hope that was beneficial for you to just have a quick understanding of what is human design. Hello, ladies. If you are a person or a woman that's always taking care of other people, and other people's always depending on you and pulling at your energy, this is for you. Okay? We're giving you a gift. The 5 days in Costa Rica and a transformational program of up to 3 months of support to help you center your energy, to empower your being, to understand your uniqueness and how you move into society, and have 5 days of resetting and renewing. You need the massage, you need the hot springs, you need to just take a walk in nature and be clear minded and not conflicted. And we want to help you with that. So we're giving you over $1,600 off of our 3 month program, which includes 5 days in Costa Rica until November 29th. And we accept Afterpay. So you can sign up now, save your slot, and pay later. All right? Peace and love to you all. Talk to you soon.